Hello, hello. What is up, everyone? This is Big Zest here, and welcome back to my channel. We are playing a different game here, as I would generally play, and I know I've been away for quite a while. Life has been, we'll just say, it has been a whirlwind these past 7 months, but we're back. And we are playing a different game here. This is probably one of the most notorious titles in the gaming industry. Many people call it a scam. Some people love it. I'm somewhere in between, leaning more towards the love it. I'm learning to love it every day. This is Star Citizen. It is the game that has had almost $1 billion in funding and 13 years of development and is still in alpha. But man, I don't know why it is that I was curious about this game, a month ago and started to get into it. And it's kind of prompted me to want to make some content on it. So here we are. We are in Star Citizen. Been playing, like I said, for about a month, a little over a month maybe. This ship here that I have is one of the favorites. We'll call it one of my favorite ships that I own. It's very Star Wars-esque. This ship here reminds me of those transporter ships from Star Wars. If I can get a picture of it, I think it was just called a Imperial shuttle. Yeah, I think it's just an Imperial shuttle. I know that. All right, this is a toy, but that's what it's like. It's like that Imperial shuttle. Those ones there where the wings fold. It's kind of how this ship is, and we'll see that in a minute when I get into it. I guess we can take a little tour of this Corsair. Have it loaded up with some equipment as well, and certain things that I can explain. Yeah, I got my mech suit here for mining. Got probably my favorite hover bike. It's called the Drake Dragonfly. Got a little box there for some storage. Got another bike in here as a backup, just in case something happens with that one. Go ahead and close that. Here we have a little dining area. It's kind of dark in here. I had the lights turned on, but it doesn't light up all the way. Got an elevator here, and lots of rooms for some crew members if I had them. 2 turrets, one on each side. And then here is the captain's quarters with a co-pilot seat. But here we are. All right, let's get this baby fired up. And let's change these power levels. Okay, go to nav mode here. All right. Get this set to the hail, and we will. You are clear to launch. I think the main thing you got to be careful of with this. Oh, I forgot to close the cockpit. I forgot to close the ramp. There we go. All right. So as I was about to say, the main thing you got to be worried about with this ship is whenever you're landing in your hangar, it's usually going to be a medium-sized hangar, which is the size hangar that I'm in right now, and you have to have your wings folded up. If you try to extend them, it's just not going to fit, and so you just got to be mindful of that and make sure that you clear the door, which we will. We're fine. All right. Now you can just hit this button here and that's gonna extend the wings. And yeah, doesn't that remind you of the Star Wars ship a little bit? Maybe if I turn it this way. No? Okay. Oh yeah. Anyway, love this ship. I'm probably getting into a little bit too much. Anyway, in this game, there is a lot that you can do. It's basically an open world. Well, not even open world. What am I talking about? Open world. An open universe. Open universe role play game. There is currently 3 different. Well, here's a Stanton solar system. So there's a lot of different planets that you can go to with their respective moons and asteroid fields and things. And then there's these gateways where there you can go to, like the Nix Gateway and the Pyro Gateway, to jump to other galaxies. So this is a Stanton galaxy, and you can zoom out, and then you have the Pyro Galaxy and the Nix Galaxy. The Pyro Galaxy is where you have a lot of PvP type things. And the Nix system, that's I haven't been there much, so I can't really speak too much on the Nix system. But I've been staying in Stanton because I'm a new player, and I've been just grinding up a bit. In this solar system, it's governed by a certain law enforcement authority that rules the Stanton system. And so you could, if you wanted to, engage other players PvP wise, but you're going to get what they call a crime stat. And that would be displayed. Yeah, that would be displayed down here in the law section. And once you have a crime stat, depending on how high it is, you'll get pursued by bounty hunters. And when they kill you, you'll land in jail. And when you get into jail, which I've been in there a couple times, you really have 2 options. You can escape or you can serve your sentence, right? And with serving your sentence, it's a certain period of time, depending on the crime that you've committed. You'll get a certain period of time. The more crimes you commit, the more time you're going to get. And it's not a little bit of time either. It's quite substantial most of the time. They give you like, let's say you kill somebody, they might give you like an hour where you got to be in there. And we're talking about real life, like a real world hour. But you can reduce your sentence while you're in jail by doing some mining and some, odd jobs. So I've been in there a couple times. Anyway, and it's not because I intentionally tried to hurt somebody. It's just missions bugged out and, nonsense. Okay. Remember, this game is an alpha. So, okay. So what we're going to try to do today, at least, is there is been a new patch that's been released, and there's these priority missions that are available to do. And so I would like to try, to do some of these Alliance Aid missions. I can check my journal entry here to see my rep. So I've been doing a lot of transport and back and forth earlier today. And so the more I rank this up, the more rewards I get. I already got the 10% reward here. So, but let's try to rank some of this other stuff up with like defense and collections. Probably do more defense today. So that's going to be actual ship fighting, hopefully. So let's get to contracts here. We're going to go to priority. We're going to look for some, like ship in distress, things like that. Or to stop the cargo heist. So let's see here. You figure these outlaws will have a decent relief. Bring some support along with you. Okay. I'm going to try this one. I haven't played these yet. So, okay. We're going to jump over here.
Grab what you need and get there as fast as you can.
Sometimes these locations, they bug out. Okay, so let's manually create the route. There we go. Quantum.
Quantum drive is now off.
All right.
Contact.
So we got contact,
Shield system online.
or we had contact. Turn my gimbals on. Okay, where's the ship? I see something floating over there. Did I? No, I didn't turn off my radar. Why are they not coming up?
Contact.
There we go. So, that's a little... It's like a little Pisces. No, that's a Nomad, actually. There's another one. So we have a Herald and a Nomad. These guys should be taken care of pretty quickly.
Shield system is hit. Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
Yeah, I love this ship because it can take a hit and it dishes out damage pretty nicely.
Congratulations.
All right.
Target is destroyed.
Who's next? Okay. Got anyone else? It's the first time I'm doing this mission, so I'm kind of puzzled. I know this is who we're supposed to protect, possibly. Just sending out my radar pings, seeing if anybody else is going to pop up on the radar. Shield, that's fine. Doesn't look like you have anything on there. No, there's no cargo on there. Well, yes, there is cargo on there. What am I supposed to do again? Okay. So I killed them. Maybe do I need to repair the ship? Hold on. Let me go into EVA real quick. Let me make sure I got my helmet on. Yeah, I do. All right. someone's in there. They're just not doing anything. So they definitely got some damage over here. But I think what I want to do is I want to get inside of it, if possible. Let's go inside with the ladder. And see if I can repair. No, I can't get inside. So in this game, you have components. Your ship has particular components. A power supply, shields, radar. What else they have? Quantum drive, and something else I'm forgetting. Regardless, there's certain components that your ship has, and I think the most core component is going to be the power supply. Obviously, if power goes down to your ship, you're done. So lots of ships, they get disabled because the power supplies go out after taking so much damage, and then they just get stranded. And then in other cases, just certain parts of the ship, whether it be engines, whatever it might be, also get damaged. And then you'll just have to repair it using the little repair gun that I have. Or this gun that I have is really, it's a do-it-all type gun. You can do anything with this if you have the right attachments. It's called a multi-tool. And so I always keep this on me so I can repair things in a pinch. I think the mission's just bugged. I just think that's what's going on. The mission is just bugged. And, you know, that happens because, well, it's Star Citizen. Yeah? All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, I don't know. I'm not gonna blow it up, but maybe I just continue looking around to see if there's any other bandits somewhere. Nope. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to abandon this one. Sorry. So now let's go back to priority. Let's try to do another one. Well, okay, same mission, but let's just see if it'll work this time. So we're gonna have to jump to a different place in space.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Shield system online. Contact.
Okay, so this one has a health bar, so that's good. Let's hurry on over there. I saw contact initially.
All channels! I'm under attack! Please, if you hear this, help me!
Okay, I think this one might work. Alright, yeah, his health bar is going down, so he's actually getting shot at.
Contact.
My ship is really big and slow, but again, it hits really hard, so... Well, I just gotta line up my shot properly. Here come the papa. Keep doing that. There you go.
Target is destroyed.
Who's next? I'll take on this one. Maybe this one. It's ready for me. Nope.
Congratulations.
You're done.
Target is destroyed. Shield system is hit. Congratulations.
Right.
Target is destroyed.
And then who's next? We got you.
You've got to keep them off us so we can work.
I'm trying.
Please help that ship. It should be your top priority.
Alright, these guns that I have on this ship, they hit really hard, but projectile speed is really slow and the ammo is limited. I'm debating whether or not I want to go back to my laser loadout. It would take a little bit longer to actually kill enemies, but I wouldn't have to worry about running out of ammo. Okay, that was just lag or desync or whatever that was. He literally teleported. Okay.
Thank you. I
There
thought
we
we were
go.
done for.
Destroyed.
Alright, I'm gonna have to reload here soon. I might be able to do one more. Okay. So let's do stop cargo heist. try this one.
Shield system offline. Quantum drive is now on.
You know,
Right.
Quantum drive is now off.
Recover the cargo. What contact? Recover what cargo?
Shield system online.
Oh, over there. Alright. Let me go back into nav mode so I can fly a little bit faster. Don't want to fly too fast though, because again, this thing flies like a boat, and it takes a long time to accelerate, takes just as long to stop.
Shield system online.
Okay. I want to just load a missile for you. So you're just sitting there. You gonna hit? No? Okay, let's try another missile.
Locked.
Okay, that one looks like it's gonna hit.
System is hit.
Okay, that one hit. Alright, who's actually shooting me now? Okay, that one's shooting me.
Congratulations.
that one's down.
Target is destroyed.
Come on. I'm hitting. Okay, that's one. I'll give it to him. He's ducking and dodging pretty good.
Shield system is hit.
He knows he got to duck and dodge because this thing hits pretty hard. Okay. Okay, he just like teleported out of the way.
Congratulations.
Okay, finally.
Target is destroyed.
Alright, so he's behind the asteroids here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get right next to this thing. What is this? This is another Corsair. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get right underneath, just like so. Move it to the side. Roll a little bit. Okay. Up, up, up. Just like that. Okay. It's perfect because if it's in a Corsair, I know it's going to fit in my ship. Because I got the same ship, whatever it's in there. I'm going to use this real quick so that way I can blast the doors open. Alright, so let's gimbal. There we go.
Engines offline. Landing complete.
Okay. So we got Melina mold treatment. Oh, we got a really big... Okay, we're gonna have to move this out the way. Okay. We got another smaller one. Okay. We can go ahead. I kind of want to see what kind of components this thing has. So it's just all stock components. I'm still going to unlock the ports on this thing. Which really cool in this game is if you find a ship like this or any other ship for that nature that's just out in the wild, what you can do is you can come here, press Alt F. Oh, I think the ports are already unlocked. Well then, if the ports are already unlocked, then we can just get our tractor beam out here. We should, yeah. I don't need stock components, but let me see what kind of guns this thing has. Stock guns are usually pretty good on this too. So we have, yeah, M6As. We'll take those. We'll take those. Alright. Gotta put that in there. We'll take, what is this, M7A? Oh, come on. Come on. Maybe I have to fold the... I'm going to have to fold the wings out. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm taking all the cannons. $36? What kind of power plant do you got?
Systems are online.
That's wild. Anyway. I'm gonna have to steal the power plant out of this thing. 36? What are you talking about? I only got 24 in mine. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take this. Come on. Open the door, please. Move to the side for a second. Thank you. Okay, take this one too. And you probably heard that the ship turned off. Okay, let's get this organized a little bit. And by organized, I just mean thrown down here. Okay, so let's throw that down here. Let's throw this down here. Let's throw this down here. Let's go get the other ones. So the M7As for sure. Oh wait, I don't want the whole thing. I just want the... There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want the gimbal. I just want the gun. Okay. And let's get the other ones. Okay, what do we have on here? We have badgers. Useless. Badgers. 6A. We're just going to put this on top of the mold treatment thingy. And let's get the other two on this side. Thank you very much. We're done here. Okay. Just want to make sure that... Okay, I got the two M7As. M6A, M6A. Let's go ahead and close this, but I'm going to be out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in through the docking collar. Or try to. There we go. There we go. I'm going to open this one back here. Okay, so I do have one of the M6As. The other M6A on top. Okay, that's good. We have another M6A here, so that's 3. M7A, M7A. Yeah, we got them all. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Got everything. Right. And now we just have to deliver the cargo boxes to Baijini, and then we can go back to, or that's exactly where we need to go. Baijini is kind of my home base, so that's perfect.
Shield system offline. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, we're gonna have to jump to this ohm over here. Maybe this ohm over here. So that way we can see Baijini. And then once we see it,
Quantum drive is now on.
then we can jump to
Quantum
it.
drive is now off.
There we go.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, now we are going to get SCM mode and hail. Okay, so before we go in, we always got to make sure that we fold our wings. Landing gear is down.
Gear down.
And we have to come in at the lowest point to make sure that we don't smack our wings on the top. Like so. It was a little too low. Okay, cool. Then we want to turn this way so that we can face the elevator with our cargo door. Like so. Turn it a little bit.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
This way. Okay. All good now. I'm just going to use the elevator to go down. It's kind of stuffed in there. The cargo bay. And then we'll just open the cargo bay from the exterior here. Ramp access. Alright, so you are coming out. Okay, maybe I have to bring out your other ones here first. Nope, still stuck? Okay. We'll get these out then. Just push this to the side for now. No, let's try. Okay, of course. Perfect. Alright, and now we can push this back in here. And let's get these guns out. Actually, you know what? We'll send the elevator down just with this stuff on it, and then we'll call the elevator back up, and then we'll put the guns on there. I don't want anything messing up here because, you know, again, this is Star Citizen. It's an alpha. Don't want to mix too many things together. So, the quest items done. Look at my journal here. If it'll load. Okay. We're almost there at 10%. Almost. But we're getting there. Okay, let's call the elevator back up. If that first mission didn't glitch on us, we would definitely be at 10%. But it's okay. Alright, that's what we wanted. We wanted to have the snap grid. So that's one M7A. That's two M7As. And then we'll get the M6As on there. Okay. Okay, it just didn't want to snap in the front here for some reason, but it's okay. Is this one snapped? No? Okay, it's snapped now. Yeah, we can retry it. I don't know why I'm being a neat freak like that, but... Alright, let's go ahead and put these down in there. Uh-oh. I glitched it. I have to wait until it completely closes and starts going down. Then you can walk in front of it. Right? Good. I just want to move it out of the way so I can have access to that button there. And then can you just... No, don't do that. Just... Can you just... Upright. Yes, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Just stay right there. Okay, everything's back to normal. Oh, I forgot the power generators. Let me go ahead and put those in there too. And these power generators, for some reason, that other Corsair had 36 power available. That was insane. I'm probably going to try to go ahead and install those on my Corsair and see if I get 36. I would need it. I would like to have it if I go back to energy weapons, which I'm really thinking I want to do. But before I do all that, so anytime that you're at a landing area, such as this one in a hangar or possibly on a landing pad somewhere, usually each landing area offers certain services for you to utilize. And so this is one of them. What I'm going to use is I'm going to press F2 and we go to landing. And so we can restock on our ammunition. The reason why it's so high is because I fired missiles. Usually it's not that much. And then repair, it's like 11. Barely hit anything. Quantum fuel, I barely used any. All right. So we have all that.
Launch complete.
I almost never refuel the hydrogen fuel because this ship has way too much hydrogen fuel, and I like never run out. Okay, so now that I have realigned the ship so that way it'll go down smooth. The Corsair is like one of the biggest medium-sized ships that you can own. Kind of ridiculous. Should be just classified as large, but it's okay. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put the Corsair in my garage, in my hangar. And we're going to see if we can change these components.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So,
Your vehicle
store.
has been placed with
The character's starting to get hungry. Or thirsty, rather. Okay, so let's... So to change to modify your vehicles, you go to this vehicle area. You select the vehicle that you want to modify. Corsair. So for power plants, we want to switch to these Daybreaks, man. For some reason, it was just ridiculous how much power that they were providing. And for the weapons, I want to go back to, some just regular cannons. So we're going to do M7As for the size 5s, and then we're just going to do M6As for the rest. Okay. Go ahead and save changes there. Call the Corsair back up.
welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us.
Let's see if we have a lot more power on reserve to be able to utilize. And we'll see whether or not we can actually power all of the M6 or 7As and having some power left over for some other systems. So let's see. 36 was a lot. In that other Corsair. So it's one of the daybreaks in there. The other daybreak right there. And we got the M6As on the front. Okay. So we have we have 22. That's not right. I was supposed to have 30. I was supposed to have 36. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna swap back to the Genoas. All right. Let's swap back to Genoa. Easiest way to do it is to just send it back in the inventory,
To the ASOP
or send it back into your
retrieval system.
garage, and then just change it using the screen. But I gotta wait till it actually goes in there. All right, disappeared. Vehicles. Corsair. Genoa. Save. Okay. Now we can call you back up.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle, please visit.
Let's go ahead and close this. And now we're going to do a quick test run. You know, nothing too crazy. The difference, I think the main difference between having energy repeaters versus having ballistics is that you have to put so much more power into guns, and the only way that you get more ammo is if you put a lot of power into guns. So it was at 9, now it's going to go up to like 30 something, 40. Okay, so 42. I could possibly max it out. I'm going to have to take the power down on one of my coolers here. So that might put it to 45, 46. Okay, 46. Okay, that's fine.
Launch complete.
All right, so now we...
Shield system offline.
That's a little bit too high. So now, extract.
Thank you, and please visit again.
So let's do a contract. Let's do just a regular bounty hunter. And let's do a single seater aircraft.
You got all the details and you know what to do. Play it smart and come home safe, you hear?
So I gotta go to ArcCorp to find the target. Let's go ahead and warp down.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
It's obstructed now, so I'm gonna have to go to the Ohm and then jump over there.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Shield system online. Contact.
There he is. Oh, it's just a little Pisces. It's gonna get demolished. Okay.
Shield system is hit.
Yup. Yup. Oh my goodness.
Just got confirmation that bounty's been cleared. I'll get you paid.
Yeah. M6As, M7As, deadbolts, they're very similar. I would argue that the deadbolts are a lot more effective because depending on the enemy that you're fighting, they can pierce through the shields. Energy weapons, they don't pierce through shields. They destroy shields, and then once the shields are destroyed, well, then you can continue to fire directly onto the hull. Ballistic weapons, meaning they shoot bullets, and with deadbolts, it's a really freaking big bullet. And sometimes it penetrates the shield, and it just goes straight to the hull. So, the deadbolts, obviously, the benefit is you penetrate straight to the hull, but with the ballistics, you have the downside of, you know, having ammo capacity that you have to manage. So it's a give and take. It's a trade. Energy weapons are just fine for PvE stuff. PvP, you'll be a lot better off if you have ballistics. And depending on the PvE situation, it would also be better for you to just have ballistics. Depending.
System offline.
Bounty's all yours. Get locked and loaded and take him out.
But energy weapon loadouts, again, really good because you don't have to restock on ammo. All right, let's try to get this one. We're going to do one more bounty and then we're going to call it a day.
Quantum drive is now on.
in this new patch, they added a certain modification to some ships. They didn't add it to this ship, which is unfortunate, but it's called the lamp module, or the light amplification module. Basically what it does is it puts a filter on your cockpit, so that way you can amplify your vision while in the dark. So it's not night vision per se, but it really does amplify everything that you can see. And I wish I had that on this ship, because it would be really nice. Because when you're on the dark side of a moon or the dark side of a planet, it would just be really nice to be able to see what's going on a lot better.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
Okay. Who else is shooting me?
Nice job taking them out. I'll push your payment through.
You are.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
These M6As are pretty, and M7As, this is pretty nice. It's pretty beefy. Alright, that'll be all, folks. I'm going to just go ahead and get into atmosphere here, and then we will get into our captain's quarters. On the right side, there's an altitude meter. Once the altitude meter goes away, we're out of atmosphere, and we don't have to worry about being pulled back to the planet. We shouldn't. Or moon, I should say. It's not really a planet. Okay, we are out of atmosphere. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this gameplay so far. I really enjoyed this game. Thank you guys for tuning in to this first video. Many more to come. And yeah, until next time, stay safe out there, and peace.